Hi everyone, today in this video we are going to talk about two popular business buzzwords right now, UI and UX. But what does it really mean? What's the difference between UI design and UX design? And there's a confusion between designers whose role is big. UX designer or UI designer are the same or different? Oh, well, don't worry. After this video, you will understand what's the difference between these two terms. So let's get started. First, we will see what is UI and UX. UI or UI design stands for User Interface Design. User Interface Design is purely a digital practice. It considers all the visual, interactive elements of a product interface including buttons, icons, spacing, typography, color schemes, and responsive design. For example, I am on Amazon's website. Whatever you can see here on your screen, all the visuals, interactive elements of a product. I will repeat the buttons, icons, spacing, typography, color schemes, and responsive design. All the visuals or interactive elements you are seeing is the user interface, UI. The goal of UI design is to visually guide the user through a product's interface. For example, button Add to Cart View Deals will guide you how to add to the cart or how to view a deal. It's all about creating an intuitive experience that doesn't require the user to think too much. Now, you must be thinking, if everything on screen is covered in UI, then what's the UX? But UX designer role come first, then UI designer. How? Let me tell you short intro of UX. UX design or UX stands for user experience. UX applies to anything that can be experienced, be it a website, a coffee machine, or visit to the supermarket. User experience design is the process of developing and improving the quality of interaction between a user and all facets of a company. Let's take an example of food ordering website. You can notice the beautiful design of UI. Buttons, icons, typography, visual design, interactions are all perfect. Let's add some hot dogs to the cart. You can notice it was easy to add to the cart by just pressing add button. We are able to see it's added to my cart and some price details are mentioned. So it's a good UI. We don't have to calculate the price. We can see side by side. Let's check out. Oh, it's still loading. What the heck? Now, here UX user experience comes. This page takes more loading time. Will you stay at this page or you will change the website to order food? Most of the times user will change the website. So there is no use of good UI when you are not when your experience is bad. Let's assume if you are able to check out while payment, you are not able to make payments. So here your experience is not good and you won't be continue. So you will use another website to order. Let's take one more example. If you're able to check out, if you're able to pay when you are having your food, you felt it's not good, it's not of good quality, then you won't be continue to order with the same website. So there are many aspects of the user experience. User experience designer considers all the different elements that shape this experience, not only the website or the tangible asset like coffee machine in the supermarket where you are you can see visual design is good, but product or any other experience is not good, you won't be able to continue. So UX and UI both are important and they are different. Let's take one more example of a coffee machine. You can see it's a beautiful coffee machine. You are able to see the buttons. Now you know which button to press to have a what type of coffee you want. What if you press a button and coffee is not coming? What if you press a button and coffee is coming but it took more time? So here a user is having a bad experience, then coffee machine, how it looks doesn't matters. So overall experience matters most. So here UX designer's role come to the place. The user experience part refers to the interaction between the user and a product or service. The experience design then considers all the different elements that shape this experience. A UX designer thinks about how the experience makes the user feel and how is it for the user to accomplish their desired task. For example, how easy is the checkout process when shopping online? Does your online banking app make it easy for you to manage your money? The ultimate purpose of UX design is to create easy, efficient, relevant, and all-round pleasant experience for the user. Why do we need UX design? The benefits of UX design are UX design improves the experience of the user. If the user is feeling good, then only UI design will matter. And finally, good user experience increases the adoption of that product. So first, UX designer role comes. Let me explain some phases what UX designer actually do. The UX design process typically follows something similar to a design thinking approach, which consists of some basic phases. First phase is user research. User research is integral to the UX design process. It is every UX designer's starting point for a UX design project. Research teaches us about the user, their behavior, goals, motivation, and needs. It's all about learning about the audience. Example, some online surveys, user interviews, user persona, etc. After learning about the users or audience, the next step in the UX design process is to create wireframes and prototypes. This gives you something tangible to test on real and potential users, which is crucial in making sure that your designs are usable. A wireframe is commonly used to lay out content and functionality on a page which takes into account user needs and user journeys. And a prototype is used to understand and see how a product or application works, what it does, and how you should interact with it. Prototype is basically a simulations of how a finished product will work. With that, we can start testing now. Testing is a fundamental part of the user designer's job and a core part of the overall UX design process. UX designer test because it allows them to improve upon the original product or site design and see if the changes they made during the design phase stand up to scrutiny. It's a great way to eliminate problems or user difficulties that were unforeseen in the design. Before getting started on the implementation phase and can also be carried out once the product is live as part of UX audit. So before implementation phase, user testing is a core part of a UX designer's job. And ensure your test with real users who are not your friends or family. User testing is done, then you can pass the mockup to the UI designers. With that, UI designers can prepare for the visuals and elements of a product interface, including the buttons, icons, spacing, branding, color schemes, size, shapes, typography, visual design, responsive design. After that, they can pass these all things to a developer. So this is the process of UX designer and UI designer follows. So UI designer is the small role in the UX designer part. Finally, user experience is the interaction and experience users have with the company's product and services. UI, user interface, is the specific asset users interacts with. And point to be noted is a great product experience starts with UX followed by UI. Both are essential for the product's success. If you like my video, please like and share, and don't forget to subscribe my channel. Thank you.